The Raiders, by the way, Mike Garafolo retweeted that last Derek Carr missive and said, Raider Nation. Reggie McKenzie, though, yesterday refused to say anybody was untouchable. So where are we now, Mike, a week away from the trade deadline with the Raiders?
We're in a place where, in speaking to people close to Derek Carr, he believes he's not going anywhere, and he believes he is part of John Gruden's future. Now, I say believes because we've seen Gruden in the past. He falls in and out of love with quarterbacks, but all the communication right now is that he believes that, or he has made it clear to Derek Carr, that he will be his quarterback for a long, long time. As far as what The Athletic is reporting, I haven't gotten any sense of that. And Derek Carr, like you said, taking to the Twitter this morning to make it clear that he was not crying there, and he was not, asking for out of the game or anything like that, or anything that would lead you to question his toughness on that one. This is a guy that has played through a lot. In fact, his brother Darren Carr, he was tweeting this morning about all the things that Derek Carr has played through, or at least tried to play through at times. Sometimes the team has held him back. I will also add this. In speaking to those close to Carr, he's obviously disappointed when guys like Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper are traded away. But he's done a good job in their minds of turning the page and saying, I can only control what I can control, and I'm going to look forward. I'm going to make this future with the Raiders organization as best as I can make it.
But they are clearly building for the future, and their most valuable piece that is left is Derek Carr. There are teams that would appreciate a quarterback out there. I could think of a few, maybe one that's in Florida that's heading to London this week as well. If somebody called, and when Reggie McKenzie, Mike, says, nobody is untouchable, isn't that kind of inviting people to call?
Listen, I kind of feel bad for Reggie McKenzie because he's being trotted out there to answer for questions that the organization is making, and a lot of those moves are John Gruden moves. And Reggie McKenzie is going to put on a good face and say that he is on board and they are all working together. But if Gruden is the one that wants to make the move, just like he was the one that wanted to make the move to send Khalil Mack away, that could be the driving force. That's why when you ask me about that, I'm talking about Carr's relationship with Gruden. That is the most important at this point. I do not believe that he is going to be traded in the near future. In the long-term future, stick with us. We'll update it as we go along.
Right. Well, Gary Conley's name has also been floated out there, former first-round pick last year. Said, trust yourself and watch your own back. He just tweeted this because you'll be good because that's what everybody else doing.
Now, Andrew, that is a sentiment shared by several players in that locker room at least, okay? Because they see what's going on there. They feel like a lot of these moves are not being made with their best interest in mind. So if you're talking about the views of many in those locker rooms toward what Gruden and the front office is doing, I can tell you that, and you can see it from Gary and Conley there, that they are not happy with a lot of the moves that are being made in the short term.
John Gruden allegedly not addressing the team yesterday of the move or about the move after that trade was made. Amari Cooper was taken off the field and alerted of the trade. Gruden did tell ESPN last night, Chris Mortensen, that Derek Carr is not getting traded. They're done trading. Stay tuned. We're a week away from the deadline.